Welcome, listeners, to the 61st episode of the Tempest Gamecast. We're happy to have you join us. I am your host, Gribian. I'm joined by my co-host, Harper.
Hi.
And our Guild Wars 2 guild leader, Deimos.
What's up?
So, what'd you guys do this last week? We've been busy in Tempest.
Yeah.
Very busy.
Gamers ADD for me, but good, in a good way. So I had a lot of fun this week doing other things besides just WoW. So it was very interesting. I'll talk about that more as we go along. But it was a good week. What about you guys?
Lots of Guild Wars 2, a little mix of Rift. That's about it.
Yeah, I'll be parroting Deimos here on this one, except the different game. Lots of Rift. I'm doing tons of Rift, lots of recruiting, Rift. Everything's about Rift right now.
That's good.
Except for, doing some videos and besides
Very
that
good.
Stuff, those little projects and stuff. But it was good.
Apparently they didn't hear
wow.
the music on the first bumper. So just throwing that out there.
Wow. I'm gonna have to edit it in and post.
Okay.
So
I heard it. So
you heard it?
Off of your computer.
Okay, that's the issue. Somehow you should not be getting.
I mean, it's like I can hear it in your room echoing, like in your office. I don't hear it directly into my headset or anything.
Huh.
Oh yeah,
because it's not playing.
Starosa says you can just sing for us in between.
Okay.
That'll work.
But then I have to edit all that back out. I hate when the freaking music doesn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll just take a few minutes in between. Just play it like normal, and then we'll add it back in.
I'm trying to see. Okay, that one's playing to speakers. That one's playing to speakers.
I just don't want us to be echoing again, so...
Yes, I don't want to mess with that. I'll add it in afterwards.
Yeah.
I have to figure out why it's not working. I have no idea. That's what I think. Alright, let's talk about Major Game Sale.
Yeah.
Guild Wars 2.
Guild Wars 2. So we got the next patch. It's called Bazaar of the Four Winds. Goes live tomorrow, July 9th. This year, the mystical flying Zephyr Sanctum is massive and it looks amazing. Has landed, bringing magical crystals, and players will experience movement in a new way. There's new events that's included. Is Belcher's Bluff, a permanent new drinking minigame. Sanctum Sprint.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah, you actually do that. You go around the world and you see if you can outdrink people and stuff too. So it's pretty neat. It looks like, at least the preview I saw today. Sanctum Sprint Race. It's an obstacle course like minigame. They said it's sort of similar to the way Mario Kart used to play. You get power-ups along the way that you can get the people in front of you, and then the leader will be able to do stuff to the rest of the pack, I guess. I think they said that it was going to be like 12 racers at once that get to race against each other, and then lessons from the Sky Scavenger Hunt. The new rewards include the aspect back items. There are 3 new back pieces representing the aspects of wind, sun, and lightning. A personal quartz node. Finally, they're doing something with the home instance. New material for crafting recipes will be found in the player's home instance along with the world, but you can actually harvest from your home instance daily. And this is a permanent thing. Also, the new features include a count-bound achievement point reward system. This is amazing. They're going to have, it's basically a tiered system by, I think, every 500 or 1,000 points, you get a certain, like a reward tier. Things include like, you can unlock rewards like exclusive weapon and armor skins. I linked them on the website today. A video of all of that. Gold, gems, karma, laurels, PvP skins, and glory boosters, World v. World rewards, utility items like revive orbs, repair canisters, unique titles, and permanent boosts to like magic find, experience, karma. And this is all for your account. So they said it's like
Wow, that sounds really cool.
yeah, 200% magic find permanent buff. That's pretty sweet. They're also doing the what is it? I forgot now. Oh yeah, talking about the new way that you move. There's a lot of these different like attunements that you get while you're doing things during this event or whatever, and you get, it's like attunement to sun, wind, and lightning or whatever. It's all these different types of ways to either have swiftness, jump higher, all this stuff. It's pretty cool. Lastly, they're going to have the Skyhammer map. It's a new PvP map with jump pads, shattering floor panels, and a gigantic mega cannon that you can blast people on the points with. So it's going to be a massive patch. Along with the achievement system reward thing, they're also revamping the entire achievement UI. So that should be a little bit different now too. So this weekend, yeah, this weekend Tempest members basically we just focused on all the content from Pirates of Tyria. This stuff is basically 2-week content updates, so it's like you got to get in and do it, or else it's gone. So it kind of sucks and it's kind of good because you always have something to do, but then you're always rushed too. So I don't know. So we spent the entire week getting people through the new dungeon, Etherblade Retreat. It's very very difficult. There's a lot of achievements in there too that make it even more difficult that you can do. So yeah, we focused on that, and just other like Etherblade jumping puzzles and stuff like that. So that's about it. We didn't do guild missions this week. We didn't have enough for Friday night.
Holiday, I guess.
Yeah.
Hey,
So
just to ask you about the Johansson had posted that it's unlikely that there's going to be a big patch or expansion because of all the patches that they're putting in and content. What do you think about that? I've been meaning to talk to you about that. I mean, how do you think that's pretty much correct? I mean, I can understand where they're coming from, and they're obviously throwing a lot of stuff, and hopefully they'll keep up doing that, because if so, there's not going to be anything that they would need to add, to expand the game or whatever.
Right. No, the way that they've said it, I actually posted something yesterday I found off of Reddit where they interviewed somebody, one of the lead designers, and they had said that their intention is they don't need to do a traditional paid expansion thing, because what they're going to do is open up new zones and regions on the map as it is. And like in this update here, there's this is a new zone area.
Right. Yeah.
So they'll be opening things up like you would normally find in a traditional expansion, but it's not going to be paid for, I guess. I don't really know.
I think I like the idea. I mean, because they are putting their money where their mouth is. I mean, they're coming out with the content quite often. So even if this goes on for like 3 months, there's still a lot to do to add to the game. So I think it's pretty cool.
That's plenty.
That's
Rift.
I was going to say, what about Rift?
There's a new achievement in the game in support of the 4th of July holiday in the United States. Tryon added a Life of the Party achievement to anyone who now or sometime in the future ends up lighting off all 31 versions of the fireworks.
Oh,
The weekend
wow.
fireworks were available for everyone through various drops. There were Rift drops, zone events. You could of course buy them in the store. The weekend fireworks were available to everyone through various drops, but there was a change. I'm sorry, I'm changing subjects. So everyone could do it. You could also just pay to do it too, and you could buy the fireworks off the
Do you get
auction
a
house.
title for that?
Life of the party.
Oh, awesome. That's cool.
So
Dang, I should
yeah,
have
that
done
was
that.
pretty good. There was well, you can still do it from now on. It's there. There was a
Oh,
change
okay.
to the patron system this week, as a patron passes. Now, if you haven't seen these, you open up your store in Rift. There's a pass there. It's like a 15-day pass or a month pass, or I think there's 3 versions in there. And what was happening was that the members were buying those things and not receiving the same loyalty as a patron. Now, a patron is a subscriber, and subscribers get more. You get double your daily
Right.
quests you can do,
Yeah.
double your IAs, some other stuff.
You get
So you can
potions
pay
and
for
stuff, too.
certain time periods if you want. Like if you're leveling, you might want to be a patron because you get the daily boost to XP and notoriety and everything, and then just go back to free to play when you're done. But there's a loyalty that goes along with that, which causes the way loyalty works is when you spend Rex in the game, in the store or whatever, or you subscribe, you earn a certain amount of Rex, or you earn a certain amount of loyalty. It increases the bars across the top. You've probably seen them when you open the store. It's green, blue, purple, orange, red, and so the more patron loyalty you have, you unlock those free things. Like I just finished off the purple one, and I'm into orange now, and I got a free Mordantix mount.
Oh,
No
cool.
cool.
Finishing off purple.
way.
Nice,
I
man.
never
Yeah.
got one of those.
So I mean, and there's a bunch of other stuff that you get in there too. There's always a dimension drop for that level. So there's like green items, blue items, orange items, or purple and orange coming up next, and those kinds of things. But the people who were buying the patron passes weren't getting the same benefits as a patron subscriber. Tryon said that's not the way it's supposed to work. You buy a patron pass, you're a patron for that time period.
Well, that's
It's
nice.
just like a patron canceling your subscription for a month and coming back a month later. You go
Right.
from being a patron to free to play, back to patron with the same benefits. And that's the way it's supposed to be. So they said never intended for it to be a difference, so they fixed it. So
Good.
now, this week in Tempest, I can't go into everything because the show would take forever. But we did everything.
lot.
We were doing instances and rift hunts and PvP and crafting. Romeo and Nymeria were doing fishing. We had a guild party. About 10 people showed up in our dimension, up on top of the gold or sun orb of Taldeo.
Which I made it to the
we've-
top with a puzzle instead of using
Nice
the stairs.
screenshots, by the way.
Thanks.
Looks good, man.
Yeah, we've got about 15 main game members now. I think we're playing all the time. We've got
Sweet.
about 20 plus casual players who are showing up also.
Yay, me.
And I mean, every single night we log in, we've got 10 or more people on. So we run instances. We've run instances every night. I think we've done Exodus of Storm Queen and now Stormbreaker Protocol every night. And then tonight, I think we've got an event with Isaac, the Rift Up All Night. I guess Isaac doesn't have to work tomorrow, but yeah. So there are
Monday.
people who are going to go. It's a go till you drop. So Isaac's kind of running that. So we're going to see what happens. We're going to do rift hunts and instances and everything. I'm sure I don't remember him PvPing, so we probably won't do that.
Yeah.
So we have begun raid planning as more people level to 60 and also are looking to raid. So we've got that planning going on. We haven't set any dates. We haven't set any times. We haven't set any policies or procedures or any of that stuff. That'll come out of a meeting. We'll hold a raid meeting like we do. We've done for other games. So once we say we have the interest, and
That's
then we've
great.
got the players who meet the levels, then we'll talk specifics, and we'll have the entire raid team there of everyone who's interested, and we'll talk about what the plan is. Again, short term get into 10 mans, long term build up get into 20 mans, and that way keep going. So
That'll be awesome.
Yeah, I remember back in when
yes.
Rifts first started, there were no 10 mans to ease into. It was, jump in
well, it's
with
funny,
your
the
people.
highest level raid right now is a 10-man tier 2.
Do they still
Really?
have raid rifts?
Yeah. I don't know. It's six. I think Rift Hunts. I think have
Rift hunts
replaced those.
took it? Okay, cool.
Yeah, Rift Hunts are pretty cool. It's basically
Well, they
fighting
got
back
different
against
tiers,
the
right?
forces of planes.
I've seen the
Yeah, 5
vendors.
tiers.
Wow.
Well, I mean, that's another big thing we did this week. Solar Wrath, one of our officers, basically put together an event on Friday night and said, hey, let's get the Rift Hunt level 1 achievement done. And it's the biggest one in the number you have to do. It's not the most difficult because the raid 5s are the most difficult because they're, or tier 5 are, because the mobs are raid mobs. They're
Oh,
62.
okay.
Nice.
And the
Oh.
bosses are 62. I mean, they're all elites. Everything's elite at 5. So you need a full 20-man 60s to make it somewhat... To make it, I mean, where you can do it. You can do it with less, but, you know, you just got to balance out. Know what you're doing, and you're okay. So, but going back to this, Solar Wrath put this event together, and we decided we're going to do all 18. And we went for
Dang.
3 hours. Now I had to step away, and I came back, and they're like, "Yeah, no, let's finish it up." And so, because I had missed some, and I think there were a couple others who missed 1, 2, or 3 or something like that. I was missing 4. We just did them all. And so for the night, Solar Wrath, and then also Jandris, who's Telro on the forums, and Alia, who's Alia on the forums, both came in and helped purchase lures and keep us going. We did 24 straight Great Rift hunts.
Oh my goodness! Wow, that's awesome.
Wow.
It was over 3 hours. Tracker, if you remember him from Rift,
Yeah.
the original back he was there.
Yeah.
He came in. He just reloaded the game,
No way.
and we invited him, and he was
Wow.
halfway to 52 by doing all those.
No, I should have.
Wow.
Oh man.
When we do those, we do Rift hunts. Rift hunts are one of the best ways to get XP. So it was really good.
I got a lure
So,
today for the hunt one, I guess. I
Oh,
got it
nice.
from the first vendor, yeah.
well, yeah, we should knock that out sometime.
Yeah. How many
Yeah.
people have to do it? 5?
The hunt ones
more?
you can do. Well, you can do it in Cape Jewel or Paladin. So you can actually do it with
Yeah, I
a
was
few. of them.
questing
We
in
did
Cape
it with
Jewel.
10.
Cool.
We did it with 10, but a 60 can solo them.
Oh wow.
So, but 60 shouldn't need to do the tier ones.
I
Right.
hit
I mean,
51.
to solo. I mean, there's no need to do it unless you're going for the achievement. So it's easier. We took people across all the different levels to get them the XP, and so we were doing it with 10. I think we want to do the tier 2s this week, and we definitely want 10, and then as we go up, we'll probably need more.
Yeah, I
So it'll
hit
get more
51 this week, so I was like,
Oh,
woohoo!
very
Got
nice.
past that 50 hump. So
Yeah.
Xantor and I
I think
did
that's
quest.
the toughest one.
I think it is. Yeah, Xantor and I did quest in Cape Jewel, and did the instant adventures and all that stuff too.
Mhm.
So it was great fun. I enjoyed it.
And last night, Valdez and Romeo both hit 60.
Oh, wonderful!
Nice.
Congrats to
Congrats
them.
to both of them. So that's 2 more. And the officers, I have to say, the officers, Solarath and Kmadius, have been absolutely invaluable to TGC growth in helping people with
Sweet.
stuff in the guild, answering questions, getting involved, running events, and so they've been fantastic. I'm really happy to have them on the team.
That's awesome.
So cool. So let's talk minor games.
Your hate moves like a freight train, steady with a heavy weight, barreling down for many years.
And we'll start with WoW.
Okay. Well, with Blizzard news, they're still releasing for 5.4. They're releasing the class changes, glyph changes, new tier set screenshots, and all of that. And they're also testing the raid content as well. Dymos had brought something to my attention earlier about Blizzard kind of insinuating that they were going to have an in-game store to purchase things for microtransactions, and apparently all the Blizzard people are WoW fans or whatever are like freaking out, thinking that it's going to be possibly a free-to-play game. Just from that little bit, just from what I gathered just a few minutes ago, that is insane. Like, they're freaking out over one paragraph about
That's what gamers do.
I know it's crazy. So I'll do some more investigating in that. But the gist of it is they had mentioned something about how in certain areas people needed some kind of potions and stuff. So they were going to make them accessible in game in a marketplace to do a microtransaction to have these potions. And so from that little bit of information, people just it kind of exploded on itself. So I think basically Blizzard's saying like, whoa, hold the phone. We haven't said that. That's, but who knows? I mean, eventually they may try to do something like that. I mean, they'd be silly not to think about it in the future. But I mean, people are paying. They're not bitching about it. They're paying. So I don't see why they should change it. I mean, they're making their money, and people are buying stuff on top of paying their sub. So it doesn't get any better than that. So I'm not sure that they'll change that. But I'll do some more investigation in that and see what's being said about that.
Mm-hmm.
This week in Tempest, Vodka and Deviled Eggs, our raid team, only got to raid once this week due to the holiday. And we're just tired of having to pug people, and our original team should be back together this week. So hopefully we'll have some good progression news for next week. And so keep your fingers crossed, everybody. Cool. It's a tough time. We're that attendance boss is who we're stuck on really hardcore this summer. So yeah, but anyways, it was a good week. We just kind of banged our head against the wall, it seemed like, Tuesday night. So we're going to move forward though.
Cool. How about Marvel Heroes?
Well, Gazillion is currently reviewing as many heroes as possible to ensure they have several fun, powerful builds. This is an ongoing process. Changes could be as small as changing a few numbers or as large as completely redesigning a hero's power systems. The goal is to buff things that are weak rather than nerfing things that are strong right now. We collect data from many sources, especially the feedback threads to the hero discussion forums. When they tune a hero, it does not mean we are done with a hero, not even close. Well, just like any game, you always have class balances. Every hero will continue to be tweaked, tuned, and improved until they're perfect, nothing less. They believe you should be able to play whatever hero you think is cool and be assured that they're fun and powerful. If your current hero you play doesn't fit that description, rest assured we are working on it. I also think that a lot of times they change up a lot of abilities and classes in any game just to change the pace. People get into those cookie cutter builds or whatever, and that's it. I mean, eventually that's got to get boring, I guess. I don't know. But
I think one of the other things that I hope that they're looking at is that...
Is there PvP in this game?
I believe so.
Okay. Really?
Maybe it's coming.
It's like an arena or something?
I think there is. I could be
wrong. That'd be interesting.
I think I saw it as advertisement.
I think one of the things that it sounds like the way I'm reading this, that what they're trying to do is to basically balance the classes such that, the Hulk is melee, and the Thing is melee, and Colossus is melee, that if I want to go from the Hulk to the Thing, it should feel different. I should feel like I'm shifting to the Thing. And the same thing for the ranged, or the AoE casters, or the controllers, or those kinds of things. I'm hoping that's what they're trying to do, is to give each hero their own feel, as opposed to what you see in a lot of games.
Same thing.
And it's tough to do with 30 heroes. Is that when you're playing a range is a range. You got a basic attack, a long range attack, a power attack, an AoE, and this class is green, and this class's stuff is blue, and this one's have sparklies on it, but it's the same thing.
Right.
So I hope they're trying to break it away so that when you're playing, Storm and Scarlet Witch, that they feel completely different. That you feel like you're playing that Marvel hero.
Absolutely.
At least that's what I'm reading as to what they're trying to do. Otherwise, there are heroes now no one wants to play. It's like, that's boring. I don't want to play that.
Oh, that sucks. Yeah, because I think like League of Legends has like over 100 heroes or something like that, right? And their community is not that great, but I
Oh
think
my
the
word,
company
no way.
is known for its overall balance between
Mhm.
characters and stuff. So yeah, definitely hope they got some uniqueness to it.
They could make it work for sure.
Definitely. All right, this weekend, Tempest, the weekly event was fun Wednesday night, and more players participated. We grabbed out level 18 to 22 characters and ran through the entirety of Chapter 6, with which culminates with a showdown against Magneto. Uh-oh. We're,
It was a blast. It was fun.
I don't know the comic stuff.
The Magneto was good. You've seen the X-Men movie, haven't you?
One, I think. I don't know. Long time
He's the
ago.
bad guy in all of them.
Phoenix was at the end. Yeah, that's all I
Yeah,
remember.
the guy who was telling her what to do, that was Magneto.
Okay.
The old guy.
Yeah, we've got some recruits out of Marvel Heroes also this week, so that's good.
Awesome. Let's go to Ambassador Games.
Right on schedule.
Neverwinter. Our news this
Neverwinter
week.
announced their new content called Fury of the Feywild. It will introduce a new UI addition called the Campaign System. There will be a quest line built, but the campaign system will give players duties to unlock new neighborhoods, access to the new dungeon crawl, Malabog Castle, and passive powers for their characters. So that's pretty interesting.
Did you read into that?
I did not go much further than that. No, as far as that goes, I don't think. What are you going
It's
to?
actually pretty interesting. The way that the campaign does is you turn the
Oh.
campaign on,
Yes, that part I did.
and then it adds in anything you do in that zone counts towards the
Right.
campaign.
Yes. Yes, I did read
Quests
read
or
into that.
missions or whatever that stuff. So
Yeah, it sounds pretty cool.
It sounds
So
pretty good.
it'll be interesting to hear more about it
linking
once
some
it's
storylines and stuff.
released. I think it's going to be the end of July, maybe. So
Yeah, I think they said here midsummer.
yeah, so I'm thinking July at some point, but probably the end. But that's good. They're putting out new content. Good for them. I'm
Yeah,
glad.
it is. Yeah,
Um,
they should add a couple more classes. Would be all right.
I know that in Firefall this week, a lot of people got together this weekend. Well, a few. There were about 3 or 4 people that got together and played, and got to run content and do some stuff together. So people are grouping up, and
Yeah, the
they're always
army's
looking.
growing.
They're always looking for more. So if you're interested, just talk to Coldred. I know Cirrhosis is playing now also. So if somebody's looking to play, just or you can come talk to me, and I'll connect you with the right person. But so they're looking for more people as well to play if you're
Definitely.
interested.
Alpha Beta Games. I don't know if I can get any good cinematics out of Final Fantasy or anything. I don't know.
What?
It's not that pretty of a game.
Yeah, it's pretty terrible looking. Let me just say,
It's like grayscale Minecraft.
8-bit.
From what I've seen. Am I looking at the wrong screenshots?
Cube World.
Cube World. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I was looking at.
Totally. Well,
And I
then,
probably pissed off the chat room, right?
Q is squirming in her seat right now. And probably not in a good way. So, anyways, and Chaps, Chap said he hoped a picture falls on your head.
That thing, that's 10 feet behind me.
Well, you just never know.
Yeah.
The news with Final Fantasy: A Realm Reborn. Despite the rumors and suspicions, this weekend's beta ended right on schedule. Wah, wah. We were all hoping to get a few more days in, but it's bad in the fact that the game's over for now. But it's good in the fact that we're moving toward Phase 4. So it's kind of like, Okay, I'll take it. I was really sad that my Lala was wiped, though. She was so, I loved her. But now I can make a Lala for real with the next phase. They haven't, there's a lot of guesswork when the next phase is coming, but most people are thinking probably 2 weeks, 2 to 3 weeks with the way that their schedule was going. So hopefully, maybe not this coming weekend, but the next weekend is what people are hoping for.
What about the stress test this week?
The stress test.
Yeah, they decided they're going to do a stress test so they get prepared for
Oh,
open
wait.
beta.
Quist just said.
I think it's Wednesday between 10
Okay. Oh my
and
God,
12.
I've been at work all day, people.
So they're doing it in
I
the
need
middle
to
of
do
the
this.
they're doing it in the middle of the workday, so they really stress their servers.
No, they have one more phase 3 next weekend.
I'm kidding. I was making fun of other games.
Yes, they're. Oh no, they're actually doing one more phase 3. So I killed the Final Fantasy news, but I didn't see that. I didn't notice. So yay, my Lala's not dead. So that's next weekend. Okay, is everyone all right now? Thanks.
So next week, Harper will be delivering the Final Fantasy news. It'll be like, okay, for Final Fantasy this week, chat room go. Let me see what we got. Oh,
I know,
Chris
right?
says
I know.
that this class is doing
And they
this.
actually did say PvP will be in
And
phase
Riff says, okay.
and housing. So there we go.
Mm.
Okay. Anything else that I missed, people? I don't think so. The 15th will be all the way till Monday, so it will be a longer beta weekend. So yay on that. This weekend, Tempest, we had a real good beta turnout again. We had some completely new members and had some old Tempest members join us for the weekend. It was really successful.
Nice.
We had the end, like on Saturday night, everyone got together for a screenshot that was on. We also ran to level 45 zone, and the highest people are 30. So we were rating a level 45 regular mob. It was pretty awesome. And we had a really good time. And I just wanted to, personally thank Quist for sharing her knowledge with all of us. About a month ago, I didn't know a ton about the game, and now I'm actually helping people answer some questions. So I unwittingly learned all of this from her, and she's been a rock star, and she has been very patient. And I also want to thank Rev for doing all the screenshot duty and making sure we got together for screenshots. And so everyone's really doing well, and I want to just give a special thanks to everybody. So yeah.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Another Alpha Beta news. The Repopulation released its end of June update, which we talked about a little bit last week. It was released. Developers added a bonus this week by also adding an overview of the PvP system, which a lot of players were questioning as to how it's going to work, because it is a sandbox, which means there are open PvP areas.
Oh, snap.
And so I'm going to talk a little bit about it, so some of you who are afraid will understand how it works. Okay, the way that it's going to work is basically there are two factions. There's the OON, the One World, One Nation, and the Free People's Republic. Two big groups that one split off from the other one when they landed on the planet. It's all in the lore. So they each control 1/3 of the planet. On the normal servers, in their own territory, you're safe. You can't be jumped. Every player starts as a military recruit, and this is kind of like the Galaxy system. You're a reservist. You're a reservist, not a recruit. You're a military reservist, and only if you flag yourself active will you be open to be ganked in your own territory. So you can do everything you want in your faction's territory if you want. Now the other 1/3 of the world
Your faction
is
can
where
kill you?
Yes, they can kill you on site.
Oh,
As a matter of fact,
that's interesting.
that's where you build your cities and nations, because it's the rogue nation territory. And guilds are nations.
Mm.
And now, nations build cities. So by gathering resources and doing missions and doing stuff, you build your city up so that it can defend itself.
Right.
There are also windows. So you don't have to worry about going to bed at 10 o'clock at night and waking up the next morning at 6 o'clock before going to work and then find out that your city's burned to the ground. Right? Because you'll know if there was a window during that time period that you had to be on. So
that's
you can only be attacked for your city. Now,
Right.
you can still be jumped at any time.
Well,
if you go
no.
That's
outside
like
your
Age
city.
of Conan.
Yeah.
But your city won't be destroyed. You'll have a chance to defend it.
Yeah, that's how Age of Conan
Now,
was. Used to
the other
schedule
thing
raids.
Yeah, the age of cunning and stuff. The other thing is, a nation can own more than one city, and the more territory you control, the bigger your nation is. Of course, it's more that you have to defend. So they're saying what they're trying to do is make it important to almost add the political part of the game to it. Alliances are important. And making good alliances with people you can trust is even more important. Because you don't want to have an alliance and leave your flank open, and then you get attacked by somebody who makes a deal with somebody else.
Yeah.
So those fun things. Now, they didn't release any of the hardcore. They did say, of course, the hardcore rules will be different. That you will probably those safe zones will not be there on the hardcore server. If you're out in the wilderness, I mean, you're probably going to be safe in the capital cities, right? Yeah, because if anyone comes in, the guards will destroy them. But if you're out in the wild, you have a chance of being jumped. That's a hardcore server, just not on the normal server. Now, the benefit of going into the PvP areas is that harvesting yields are higher, and there are other benefits that you get from being out there. So there's a cost benefit. You have to weigh, hey, there's this great resource I need. Do I want to go take 3 hours harvesting it in safe territory? Do I want to spend 1 hour harvesting it and possibly get jumped? So it's kind of good. They're really thinking it through. And so that, and this week in Tempest, I put up in the forums that Tempest GC has been offered a Q&A session with the Associate Creative Director of the game.
Oh. Awesome.
Being as we have somebody who's helping write mission and lore for them.
Very
That's
interesting.
awesome.
So now if we have people who want to do it, then I can set it up and we'll be good to go. And we can do a QA. People can ask whatever they want about the game and she'll answer what she's allowed to answer. But it's kind of cool that the guild was offered that opportunity to have a QA because they want to get guild feedback on what guilds think about the systems as well. Doesn't necessarily mean it'll change, but at least gets feedback to them on what players are thinking. So yeah. Alrighty, now we're gonna do. Well, this is gonna kind of suck. I'm not even gonna. I can't even play the trailer because they can't hear the sound. That sucks. All right, boo. Game of the month, NCAA football 14, which I have a great trailer, which will be in the YouTube version. All right, so this month's challenge, and it comes out in tomorrow. NCAA football. Now the challenge is that you have to get a college team. You have to play the season and get it ranked top 25 nationally. That's what we need to. That's what you need to do. You don't have to win the championship. You got to get ranked nationally in the top 25 in the whatever the poll thing is. So that's what we're gonna do. Finish that up and get your star for the month. So let's go. Tip of the week. Harper?
My tip of the week is basically it's changed from what was on there. In Final Fantasy, you are given a lot of quest rewards that are food or items that you pick up off bodies, which you don't really loot. It just goes in your inventory. Check and see what food you have because you always, especially when you go in dungeons or places where you're doing lots of fates and things, you want to make sure you have your bonus XP food going, and it also increases your stats like casting time and things, and then your actual base stats too. So, and then you can also buy the food off the vendor, or you can make it as well. So make sure you always have your food going when you're going in a place where you're getting massive XP. You can also buy crafting food as well. So, and then eventually, I'll be able to make that or whoever else is going to be cooking, but make sure you do that.
Yeah, you guys probably want to make your own food. We had a bioengineer in Star Wars. She never made anything.
I made stuff.
Yeah, but we were all 60 and you were like 40 and you're making us level 20 food. I got like biscuits that would heal my finger if I got a cut on it.
No, I made potions. I didn't do food.
Or stems, whatever.
Yes, and I did stems, and I had them. Oh my gosh.
It all comes back.
No, I did good. I had the stuff.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
She did have the stuff.
And then for the Rift, I always had potions for everybody and all that stuff too. So, come on. Give me some credit.
In Rift?
Yeah.
Okay. We had lots of points. The bank was always stocked. It was good.
Mm-hmm. It was.
Always. Hey, so my tip of the week is some breaking news here. So yesterday I saw this Skylanders game at the store when we were there, and I
Played
saw
it.
that it said age 6 or something like that. So my daughter's really big into the Little Big Planet on the PlayStation, so I was like, yeah, I'll try this out for her. So I brought it home, and she hasn't stopped playing it. So I highly recommend Skylanders. I guess it's on every console. We got it for the PlayStation, but she loves the crap out of it. It's like a kid version of Baldur's Gate, with a mix
It's
of
really
Pokemon,
awesome.
I guess. You
Yeah.
change out the characters for special needs as you're playing through the level. Like to move rocks, you want to get a big guy, I guess. But she's having a blast,
okay.
and she's only 5 years old, and like
Yeah, we
she's
played it with my
gone through a
godson
ton of levels.
Nice to know.
when he
Yeah.
was younger, and it was a lot of fun. We each got to pick our own character to put on top of the thing, the little add-on thing. So it was really cool. I liked it.
That's cool.
Yep. Yep, definitely.
Okay, my tip this week is from Rift. All right, you can still get full at-level credit for your daily random dungeons if you mentor down. Now, the key is everybody in the group has to mentor down to the proper level you're going to run dungeon. So if you're going to run, I don't know, Foul Cascade or whatever, and you need to be level 33, then the dungeon range, say the dungeon range is 30 to 33, everyone has to mentor down to 33 or 30, 33, somewhere in there. And you'll get full credit, and you get your bonus loot at the end, and XP, and Planar Attunement XP, and of whatever level you're at. So when I did it last night, I got a level 60 blue reward out of doing it, and we had gone down to, I don't know, whatever level. So but the key is everyone has to mentor down, and then it treats you all as at level for randoms. So that's pretty good. So it's a good way to do it too. So it's a good way to actually help guildmates out, run instances, without
Definitely.
taking away from your daily XP boost bonuses or whatever.
Mentoring
And
systems
I think
rock.
you can do that. You can do that for instant adventures, and I've heard you can do it for PvP, but I haven't tried it. And I'll verify.
That would be
this week
interesting
probably
to see
if you can do that.
Factor.
I think they said that at the launch of Storm Legion that they were doing that
Yeah.
for PvP. I think.
Yeah. I tell you what, I got into a conquest match from hell this week, which is, I mean, for PvP it was good. It's just I was running out of time. I got into the match an hour after it started, and usually they don't last an hour. It's like 45 minutes maybe, and we were an hour, and there were 1,400. The way a conquest goes, it goes until the death counter ticks down to 0, which means that many players or NPCs have been killed, including the capture point things.
Right.
Yeah, and then an hour and a half after I jumped into it, we had just broke 1,000 left to go.
Dang.
It was
Wow.
and I couldn't understand. I don't know if the counter was broken because there was death going on all over the place. So, but it was taking forever. So, it was good. All right, any last thoughts, comments?
I'm looking forward to more Final Fantasy.
That's cool. I'm happy you guys are having a blast up there. It was good.
Yeah.
I'm excited. Happy seeing TeamSpeak this week. It was
I know,
full.
TeamSpeak was
Definitely.
It
bumping.
was full. It was great.
Yeah, it was good.
Very good.
All right. Well, ending credits. I'd like to thank everyone for joining us tonight. You can leave feedback on our website, tempestgamecast.com. Send an email to tempestgamecast@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitter @tempestgamecast, @Scrivian, @Finley. If you're interested in joining Tempest Gaming Community and you're listening just for fun, you can visit us at tempestguild.us. Recruiting videos are hosted on YouTube on our channel, Tempest Game Community. Hope you have a great week gaming. Look forward to seeing you in the game of your choice.
See you.
Bye.